Kryptonite. Who do you think the leader of the survivors group is? Some people are arguing that Rick is not the leader. Some people are saying that it is Carol, in fact, the leader. Carol is, in fact, the leader, as Rick said in Season 5, Episode 1, where he said, "We are joining you." To be honest, that is not correct at all. That's not what Rick meant, If you or anybody else missed what Rick was saying in that point in time, you seriously need to go back and rewatch it and absorb it correctly, because that was actually very powerful. That was a moment of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? That was a moment of Rick saying, you know what, he was wrong. He still doesn't believe in what she did and yada, 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 but he understands that there are choices we have to make that we don't necessarily agree with, we're not comfortable with, but this is a cruel, cold world, and there's some choices that you need to make. Rick was basically apologizing and asking for forgiveness, and the way he said it was absolutely beautiful. The writing there, and that moment where he said that we are joining you, is absolutely epic, But it did not mean anything about a specific leader, He wasn't giving her the leader role. Anyway, moving along in that same question, you say, also in Season 5, Episode 9, Rick reports back to Carol by radio, and the argument is that the leader does not report back to subordinates. That's absolutely asinine. Rick was going on the run. Carol was back at the camp. You're talking about people who are working together to accomplish the same goal. You know what I'm saying? To say that just because Rick was checking in with her, that makes Rick, a worker and Carol's the leader, that's absolutely ridiculous. And then you say, I guess you're saying people are arguing that at the dinner party, she's the one who goes to the armory. Yes, because that fit the story. If anyone who misinterpreted that, you're just not watching, you're not paying attention. Carol tells Rick to kill Pete. That is absolutely inaccurate. Again, these people that are saying this, they're just making up shit that they want in the show. Let's be clear about this. Carol does not tell Rick that he must. It is his job as, one of her cronies. You know what I mean? As the leader, she's not giving him an order. She's telling him, this is what it's going to come down to. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to kill Pete. She's telling him she believes that Pete is going to do something, or Pete is such a danger. Pete is something that's going to snowball into Rick killing him. She's basically, predicting that. She's not ordering a hit. She's predicting that's going to be the outcome. And if you're just unsure and that doesn't sound right, go back and rewatch it. She is predicting what Rick is going to have to do. She's not ordering a hit. And then the same stuff with her saying, no, don't kill him yet. Let, Pete dig himself his own grave, so to speak. Again, that is someone who's like an advisor to Rick. Same thing with Michonne. Same thing with Glenn at certain aspects or during certain times. Same thing with Daryl. They are like advisors. Listen, Rick is the leader, so to speak, but once Rick respects others' opinions, like Herschel, Rick is respecting Herschel's opinion. You know what I'm saying? They're like advisors. And yes, Rick went through that stage where he didn't want to lead anymore, and, arguments could be made there, but we're specifically talking about right now, Rick is, in fact, the leader. She even says it, Carol does, and I just completely blanked, but in the Season 6 trailer, Carol tells Rick, Deanna's in charge, but you're the one in charge now. A leader doesn't say that. You know what I'm saying? So I really wish I would have just thought of that in the beginning and just put that out there. But again, I do want to cover the bases for the question. And I'm going to put that question in its own entire Q&A. I don't know how long or short it is. Again, if you're irritated with the short ones, fall back, son. Fall back. I'm going to put the Carol as a leader in its own Q&A. Let's move on to other Q&As.
Subscribe now.